Hey everybody, welcome to my little talk that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight on a suggested topic that I addressed from another live earlier that somebody had suggested that I speak upon. So I'm going to give some time for people to jump on. It's definitely a lot later than I usually come on to my lives, so we'll see if anybody is there with their schedule and busyness and everything that they have going on in their life. So if you are there, send a heart, send a like, let me know you're there, check in, say hello if you'd like. So I was on a live earlier and I had asked, as a coach, with what I do in my career, how can I come on and serve people? So I was wondering what are people's current struggles right now, with everything going on in the world, plus, your own struggles that may be coming up as you're doing or having a life that feels a lot different than normal or usual. So if you're there, send some hearts, send some likes, let me know you're there, and I'll talk about this topic. So it's one of my absolute favorites. You'll see my eyes completely light up during this live many times, I'm sure of it. Hi, Jamie, I saw that you sent a heart, thank you. Hi, Fernando. If anyone else wants to say hi, feel free. So this topic is the law of attraction. So I'm curious to know if that is a term that you have heard of before. So if it is, pop a heart or say yes in the comments, let me know. I like this to be very interactive while I'm on here talking and motivating or talking on different subjects. So let me know if you're there. I hope all is well with you, Fernando. Thanks for being here. God bless you. So this topic of the law of attraction may sound like a foreign thought to you, or maybe it is something that you have worked with consciously before, or maybe you have a coach and you both work on using and utilizing the powers of the law of attraction in your life. So I'm going to give you a short story on where this concept and where this knowledge came into my life when I first started consciously using the law of attraction. So I had just graduated high school. Hi, Maddie. If you're there, say hi. I'll send you some love, send some hearts. So I had just graduated from high school and I was just turning 18 years old. I knew I was going out into the world to become a singer. That was my plan. So I went out to become a singer and I wanted to, Wade, law of attraction. Yeah, come on. You know this topic. So I went out to LA to pursue a music career out on the West Coast of the US. And I went out for dinner with my auntie who wanted to celebrate like my move and everything. So she had suggested this book to me, which I have right here with me. Send hearts if you've read this book. All right, this book started me on this journey of understanding the law of attraction. I have many friends who are in this book. They are very close friends of mine who I just love and adore, and they're part of the authors, I guess you could call them, that are in this book. All right, cool. So I see some hearts there. I know Wade totally is into this too. Okay, cool. So I started reading this book when I was 18 and I was thinking to myself, wow, like I actually have the power to control my life or to like create what it is that I want. I had no idea. Yes, I'm seeing all the hearts. Thanks, everybody. I had no idea that I actually had that power within me. In fact, I came from the belief system that if I was lucky, things were going to happen. I mean, don't get me wrong. I put in action every day towards my goals. I put in action to do the things that I was told to do by my mentors and the people that I was studying with as a musician. And that was all part of the process, don't get me wrong. But I actually thought that I would be lucky if I was lucky enough one day I would meet that right person to get me to where I need to be next in my career. I'm speaking to career right now. So when I read this book, and I'll show you it again, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, that opened the whole door for me to say, oh my gosh, like the law of attraction is real and I have the power to create the life I want. I was like, how come no one told me this before? So I started working with the law of attraction. And I know a lot of you out there who are watching this live right now also utilize the law of attraction in creating your ideal life. I have many friends out there, many associates who work with the law of attraction. And so I want to just come on and speak to you about it and share what I know about it. I mean, honestly, I can't share too much because then I'd be on here for like 3 hours at least. But so what happened for me was from there, I started attracting all the things in my life that I needed in order to be where I wanted to be. So I would get very clear. Hi, Cisco. Much love to you. I would get very clear on what it is that I wanted, what I was in the process of attracting, what I wanted to create in my life. So like when it comes to this, it had to do with my music career. And I knew I wanted to attract a new production company. I knew I wanted to shoot a music video. I knew I wanted to work with top writers in the industry. So I wrote down all these things in a sheet of paper and I focused on them multiple times a day. So very, very, very basically put, the law of attraction states this. It's very simple and easy to remember. Like attracts like. So that, I will say real quick that this book is not the only book that I've ever read. This was my door opener. And then I got so hungry to learn more information that the next book came and the next book came and the next book came. And I really was able to grasp it until I actually took a course in it when I was 21. So, but anyway, back to at the beginning of all this. So I had wrote out what it was that I wanted. I started putting together a vision board. I started meditating literally every morning and every night. Oftentimes even throughout the day, I would focus so much of my energy on what I wanted, and I was using this powerful tool that we all have called visualization. And I was literally seeing myself living the life that I wanted. And if you've never used law of attraction before consciously, because we're all using it, it's just a matter of if it's conscious for you or if it's subconscious or unconscious. But if you have used the law of attraction before, send some hearts. Like, I know that you guys out there have put this effort forth to where you can decide what it is that you want, and you saw things unraveling for you. So send me some hearts and let me know if something that you have set out with through the law of attraction or through that process I just explained, and it came true. Send me some hearts. I see Jamie sent a heart. Thank you. So now that I had this consciousness about the law of attraction and about creating the life I wanted, I was like, game on. Like, I am totally going to be focused on this and using this tool to get me where I need to go next. And not just like for me, but also for my career, for my family, for my relationships. I've used this in relationships. I've used it in my business so much. I see I'm getting so much hearts and likes. Yes, that means you have been using it too. I'm so happy. Darren, hi, I miss you. My friend from Hawaii. And I'm going to actually tell a story about Hawaii real quick. Because this was, so I've used the law of attraction a million times. Like literally I still use it every single day. And what that means is I go through that process so I'm clear on what it is that I want. I meditate on it. I use this visualization tool, which is up here in my mind. I'm envisioning the life I want to live. And there's more of a process too, but this is kind of the basic steps. And then I put myself in that feeling place of already having what I want. And then there'll be inspired action I need to take, or there will be like, oh my gosh, like a thought pops into my head and I'm like, oh, I have to go over to that coffee shop to do something. And then I end up meeting somebody that is meant to be in my path. I mean, it's like wild. When you start consciously using the law of attraction, and I know a lot of you have because you've sent me hearts and likes and letting me know this, like you will see that things will start to happen miraculously. Like I can't explain it any other way. So I believe in the universe, God, Goddess, all that is. That's how I relate to that other co-creator part of me. So whatever term works for you, that's fine. It's that higher power. It's that within the self. That other like piece of trusting the process, right? Because that's part of it too. You can't be like, oh, I want to create $200,000 in my business this year, but if I like for the next let's say I want to create $200,000 in my business this year by December 2020. But like the whole time you're just worrying about it, you're actually pushing it away. So like there is a piece of the puzzle that you have to trust that it's all in alignment. This is kind of like what I talk about in a master class, which is a little bit more about energy and stuff, but I wanted to just briefly kind of give you the steps that I use. So let me give you an example. This is one of my stories I love to share, and it's so funny that some of my Hawaii friends are on right now because it has to do with Hawaii. So shout out to Hawaii, aloha. So I was out in Hawaii with an old friend of mine back, I don't know, maybe let's say I was 22. And I went out there because I fell in love with the island. I had just been out there maybe 2 months before, and I was accepting an award from the governor, which was such an honor for a foundation that I was working for at the time and that I was an advocate for. So I went out there, I received this beautiful award, and I had the opportunity to sing in the governor's mansion for all these wonderful guests who are still friends of mine to this day, which is a blessing. So I was out there and I thought to myself, like, wow, I really want to come back out here. This place is so amazing. I felt like instantly healed. Like the islands of Hawaii have such a special power to them. And you know what I mean if you've been there. Like, I know you have felt the mana. Especially my friends out there. Like, hello, you definitely have shown me even more than I could have even expected. So anyhow, so when I was out there, I thought to myself, wow, like I really want to be able to live out here for the winter. So it was like the fall at this point. So next thing I know, my friend, her name's Sunny, aloha, she invited me onto a sailboat with some of her, people that she worked with in this office. And so I went in there one day just to talk to her and catch up on whatever we were working on at the time. And she said, oh, this is my boss, such and such. And he asked me if my friend and I wanted to go on this sailboat that coming Friday. So, you know, because it was a friend of a friend, I felt that it was safe and exciting. So I said, okay, cool. So we went out. There were only 2 other people on the boat with me. One woman was a violinist, and another woman was working in the dentistry field, if that's the right term. I'm not quite exactly sure, but she was a dentist, her and her husband. And so we got talking. Hi, Lou. Hi, Peter. So we got talking, and she said, yeah, my son just actually moved out. I have this beautiful 1-bedroom condo, like that's empty now, and nobody's even in there. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, like literally, I don't even know how many days it was where I set that intention, probably let's say a week, and that I wanted to be back, like living out there for the winter. And so I said to myself, wow, isn't that interesting? I would have lived in like a camp, you know, like a tent in Hawaii if I could. I wanted to be back there so bad. So I said, wow. She said, why don't I pick you up tomorrow and I'll show you my condo and see if that works for you. So next thing I know, she picks me up, sees the condo. Long story short, we end up doing a deal together, and guess what? I'm out in Hawaii for the winter. Like, those types of things happen when you use the law of attraction consciously. So they don't have to be as, you know, in that field. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I need to attract a new house, you know, if you're happy in your home right now. But you can use this like so consciously with anything, with money, with investments, with your home, as I did, with your career, with anything. So drop me some hearts, drop me some likes. Let me know if this resonates with you. And if you have a story, I want to hear it too. Hi, Henry. Thank you. So that was something for me. I mean, the stories keep on going because I've consciously used the law of attraction for this long. And it's so interesting because a lot of people from The Secret, because there's a lot of controversy around it, I guess you could say, said, well, that sounds like, you know, negative will always come up. But they're like, well, that all sounds like it's like airy-fairy, or that doesn't, how is that real? Like how can you just dream it up? And I'm like, I say to the people who talk about it in that way and to like the responses that the people get from The Secret, I'm like, it's not that you're just dreaming it and sitting in your bed and like hoping for like an elephant to walk into the room. That is not it at all. Like, you have to take inspired action. Just like what I did when I went on to that sailboat that day. I went on without any thought. I went on knowing I wanted to be in Hawaii again, you know, coming out there for the winter months. But I didn't go on there stressing, being like, I gotta find my house in Hawaii or else like I'm gonna go fall apart now. Like, no, I went out there to meet people. And it just so happened that one of the women I was speaking with had a place for me to rent. So it's like, and the place for rent was absolutely unbelievable and the most beautiful place. I felt so safe there. I was younger at the time, so my parents also, it helped them feel safe too. So it's just those type of experiences. And I know that one may sound a little bit far out, but you can do it with anything. Attracting, I don't know, a new client if you run your own business, attracting a new client or a mentor. It really works for everything. So I totally suggest that you start using the law of attraction consciously. And if you want more information on it, I teach it all the time, but let me know, send me a message and I'll do what I can to help guide you into that space. But it's setting your intention, aligning with the vision. So starting to see what your life looks like, how your life changes. Maybe it's going to push you to grow, which those are all amazing things. Maybe you might find challenges. That's also very good. But aligning with that feeling that you think whatever it is that you're asking for is going to bring to you. And then things may come up that you need to clear out. You know, you might need to clear out that old belief of I'm unworthy and undeserving of what I want, right? And so that gives you the opportunity to clear out that negative thinking and let that go. And then from there, take the inspired action. And these are the steps simplified. Okay. Sometimes it happens that easy. I had a woman in one of my groups last week, in my private groups, and she said I did a meditation for her for money. And so within 24 hours, she said she had an unexpected check come to her. Like, and she was like, wow, like it just took me shifting my perspective on money and more money showed up. And that's the cool part about it. It doesn't have to be so hard. It can be very simple. So throw me some hearts. Let me know if this resonated with you. Send me some hearts and some likes. Maybe you want to comment. I see a lot of people jumped on, so I hope that I got to see all of you. Aloha. Hi. Yes. Oh, Wade, I did read The Magic by Rhonda Byrne as well. That's another book that Rhonda came out with a few years later, who is the author of The Secret. So I will always love The Secret. It holds a special place in my heart. Like I was saying before, I'm very close with some of the authors in the book. And it's an amazing journey when you can really grasp it and work with it and trust that things are unfolding. Trust that what you're asking for is coming to you. So with that being said, that's my share on the law of attraction for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. I will post this video so you can come back in and watch the replay. Feel free to also share it too if you think somebody could gain something from this. I know I really only gave you one story of my own personal life when it came to this, but it's funny because I'm utilizing the law of attraction again for some home stuff. So interesting, it popped into my head. But anyhow, I hope that you gain something out of it. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that so much. And feel free to share this video and check out for the women out there. I know I keep mentioning it, but I do have a free workshop coming up for the goddesses on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to check that out, make sure you register at the link that I have. I'll post it on the video up above. And you can sign up and it's free. Like I said, it's about 60 to 75 minutes long. And we're going to have some fun and we're going to get in alignment with where we want to go. But that's only for the women. So guys, I'll have something for you hopefully next week. But anyway, with that being said, I hope this landed with you. Oh, you're so welcome, Jamie. Thanks for coming on. And I'll be back probably tomorrow to have some more conversation, because this is how we get to connect now. And I'm loving it. It's like becoming a new habit of mine. So thanks for showing up and for sharing your energy with me, because now I get to go into the rest of my day feeling connected to all of you, even though we're not in the physical form, but we're connecting here. Ooh, Wade, I love that idea. So Wade suggests that I do a workshop on being a fashionista. I would love to do a workshop on beauty and confidence for women. So maybe that is my sign, Wade, to do it. But yes, thank you so much for joining in. You guys are the best. And I really appreciate our friendship at whatever level it's at. And yeah, hopefully I'll be seeing you again soon in another live. So until then, many blessings of happiness, health, and wealth upon you. And stay focused in where you want to go. I know I keep saying that, and it's hard because of what's going on outside of us in the world. Maybe some of our family members and friends are affected, but try to stay positive. Try to stay focused on what it is that you want to have out of this whole situation. I know it's harder to do, especially in the unknown, but have that faith. Have that faith within, okay? All right, guys, you got this. I'll be seeing you on another live very soon. Thanks for tuning in. Many blessings to you. Namaste. I love you too, Wade. Much aloha to you. Bye, everybody.